Hi, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Sri.
And we are Double Disappointments. Alrighty, girl. I always start like that. I'm like, alrighty, girl.
Go.
So, we people of color, Avi. And Avi.
No, I thought he was white.
Ashley, the fuck. Okay, whatever, it's fine. And it's such an experience visiting our motherland.
Ooh.
Right?
Yep.
I feel like everyone feels this. I see videos about this and like posts about this all the time. We're like, we ABCDs, right? But then all of us people of color, we gotta go back sometime.
go back to where you're from.
We gotta go back to where we're from.
Yeah.
We gotta see the family. We gotta enjoy the vibes, right? So let us talk about visiting our motherland, which is India.
India. Jai ho. Yeah.
How often do you visit India?
Ooh. Like maybe every 3 to 4 to 5 years. Yeah.
Literally same.
Yeah. It's like, it's a whole ritual for us. And like, oh my God, even packing, bro, for India. My dad is like hauling almonds into the bag.
Yes.
Chocolate bars.
Yup.
He's like, oh, they don't have this back where I'm from. I'm like, yes, the fuck they do. Like, why are we acting like they don't
I
have
see
water?
like a Walgreens like across the street from like our apartment complex. Like what?
Yeah, I don't know why y'all acting like this.
Yeah.
And then my dad like stepping on the scale and being like, weigh it. And I'm like, I don't know how to do math. I'm like, I don't know why you're making me do this.
Right.
But yeah, it's a whole ritual.
And that's so fucking true. Or like in the airport when like they're like it's overweight and then you see like your mom like opening it and just like throwing everything to another weight distribution. And I'm like, this is like physics, calculus, algebra, everything in one.
Yeah. It is exhausting.
It's exhausting.
But it's part of the whole culture and ritual of going back to the motherland.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So you go every 3 or 4 years. I feel like same for me. We go around like the same thing. And then when you go, where are the places that you visit?
Yeah. I go back to the south side. I'm from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tamil
So
Nadu.
I'm from the south.
Yeah. we get lit. We literally, we're not travelers. Me and my family, we are like, we go to Mayur, we go to Costco, we come home. Yeah. And then we go to India, and then sometimes we come home. You know?
Got you.
So we go to the same place every time, Tamil Nadu. And we do the same thing every time, which is see old people and say hi to them and namaskar and take all their criticism and package it and bring it back to America.
Beautiful.
Yeah. What about you? What's
See,
your
I've been
experience?
to the north.
Bitch, no. In North America, North Africa, never. I've been nowhere.
Shit, that's actually fucking wild.
No, you should take me. Please, I'm begging you.
And I want to go to the south. I've been to Hyderabad, but that's not even in the south. It's like the middle, you know?
You know more than I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. I go to Delhi and then Mumbai. And then I'm half Bihari, half Rajasthani. So if we're feeling spicy, we'll go to Bihar, we'll go to Rajasthan. But yeah. That's like where, and then I've been to Hyderabad, but like that's all the places I've been to in India. But those are like the two we usually hit up.
Got you.
Yeah, and then depending on like how my parents are feeling, we'll like see the family. So like, how much of your family is in India?
Yeah. Oh, girl, lots of them.
Right?
Yeah, it's only my immediate family that's here.
Same.
Yeah.
Everyone else is in India.
Are?
Yep.
No, literally.
I hear the people, they're like, oh, like my cha-cha is in Seattle and my like nani is in California. And I'm like,
The fuck?
No.
When did yours get imported? Mine didn't. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
When did they get imported?
Seriously, I missed the package delivery date. And my grandma's still there.
She's down there.
Yeah. So
dude.
each time they're like, oh, I saw my grandma last weekend. I'm like, I can't export myself to fucking, it's $2,000.
Right.
You think I can afford that?
Right.
Yeah.
What's up with that flight though?
Oh.
When we were younger, it was like 18 hours. But technology has become like what, like 14?
So mine was like 16, baby.
What was your travel journey?
Abu Dhabi? No.
Oh, Abu Dhabi.
I don't even remember. Delhi?
Delhi.
Yeah.
Delhi.
Yeah, Delhi.
And then you would go to the south.
And then I go to the south. Yeah.
That's exhausting.
Nauseating. I can't stand it, dude. I can't stand it. I can't stand the shitty ass rice. It's not even good basmati rice. It's some other stupid rice. And then they make like some masala and it's like not good.
No.
And it's just like I feel nauseous the entire time. And but then the best part when you land in India and then you smell.
Yes, dude.
You smell the pollution and you're like, I am home.
I'm home.
Yeah.
There's something so comforting about it, bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, I feel bad because whenever I talk to my friends to the south, they're like, we go to Delhi, that's 14 hours, then we take another 3 or 4 hour flight, and then we gotta like drive 8 hours. And I'm like, my ass is complaining about like the 12 hours there and then like a 20-minute drive home. Like from Delhi, we're in Dwarka, like 20 minutes. And I'm like, I didn't even realize that there's more travel. Yeah. But still, I'm like, oh my God, I'm fucking exhausted. But dude, yeah, like the Indira Gandhi airport, like you just like, you know, you come out and like you see all like the hand symbols. people know what I'm talking about. But you see all like the hands of wolves like down there, and I'm like, I'm home.
Bro.
And there's the smell and everything.
I convert in that moment. I'm like, I am not American. That has left my body.
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
I just love stepping there. And like the people know right away. Like I step into the streets of India and they're just looking at you like, they brought one of those here. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How? Because we won't even be wearing anything different. But they know before our like white ass tongues even start speaking.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
I think it's a smell.
Something.
American.
Right.
Yeah.
Something is there.
Something is there.
Yeah,
Something is off where they just know right away. But like that feeling of like being in the motherland for the first like one day, you can't wash that feeling off. It is something else. So much. It's cathartic.
Yeah, honestly, literally. And like seeing, because like, obviously, because our family is all the way there, like you see like your grandma and grandparent, you know, like once every few years, your cousins, right? Like you see them grow up like this. And you saw them when they were like 8, and then you see them when they were 12. And like, can we talk about that awkward moment when you see your cousin? Like, obviously, are you close to your cousins?
Not really.
Not too much? Okay. Mine are all younger, so they're like my little sisters, which is nice because I have an older sister. So it's like, for once, I get to be the big sister.
Akka.
And 2 days later, they're like ripping my hair, screaming around the house. But the first day, they're like, hi, Ashley Didi. And just silent. And I'm like, hi, Babu. And we're like, and then 2 days later, I'm like, and we're like screaming all of it. But that first second, it's just so awkward. You know,
it's so awkward. They're like looking at you like, you still the same? How you different? Yeah, you know? You got your period yet? You got to treat your shit different? You know? Yeah.
Yes.
But it's even with my family. Like the first few, like Pati, Tata, you know, grandma.
Yeah.
We're all like proper and everything. And next thing we're screaming at each other. And I'm like, oh, I found love. It is so good.
This is home.
Yeah, this is home. Yeah. So it's always a nice feeling going back home.
Yeah. So, but what's Pati? That's
grandma. Yeah.
Tata is
grandpa.
On mom's side or dad's side or anything? Neutral.
Yeah.
But then Amma is mom's mom.
I have no fucking clue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay,
those are not alive for me, so I don't even say their name.
Beautiful. Okay. I wasn't sure. Because it's so different.
Yeah, it is very different. When people are like, say their like Hindi names, I'm like,
okay,
cool.
Yeah. Very nice. Good. Because it's Nani Nana for like my mom's side, and then Dadi Dada.
Okay.
It's a
okay, that's not too hard. I can figure that out. Yeah. Whenever you go to India and like you're talking to your cousins and everything, do they ever get surprised? They're like, you do that in America?
Yes.
Like what kind of things are they like?
There's so many. Once I went to the village. Actually, this was in Bihar. I was in the village. Like
it was. She went in the villa.
The villa. No, right, the villa. Love Island villa.
Yeah.
Like, and we were in. So we went to Bihar, like Patna, whatever. And then we drove to the other village. And I was like with the village kids. They're not my cousins, but they're just like the kids of the village. I was just like hanging out with them. We were there for a wedding, and I was like seeing like the cows and the bulls and this and that. And they're like, they have this in America, and I was like, yeah, Babu, like
they have animals.
It was just for them. America was just such like I kind of felt like, it was such a fantasy land for them, and the way they spoke about it was just very with like excitement and just like a lot of like intriguing. Yeah. And they're like, oh, this is there, and there's just a sparkle in their eyes. I'm like, yeah, we have animals. I was trying to like be really sweet about it, but I was like, they're like, wow, I hope one day to go there. It was like, for them, they're talking about it as if it was like Saturn or like Jupiter. They're like, wow. And there's just like this twinkle. And I was like, I don't know, made me feel a little bittersweet. Yeah. So I was like, oh, but then like I was like, you know, just trying to talk to them about it and all this stuff. Yeah. But I feel like that was one of like the most
poignant experiences.
Yeah. Because in Delhi, everyone's very modern. They know what's up. Like it's
crop
like,
tops,
right, it's like
jeans.
LA part 2. Yeah. Right. Because that's where like my family's from. But then going into the village, I think is the culture shock where that comes in.
100% is a culture shock. The village, like, it's because like, it's so different than the city, right?
Yes.
Less people.
Right.
Very much cows roaming around.
Yeah.
Like you wake up with the rooster, you go to bed.
Right.
It's crazy. I love it. And kind of the same experience. I remember one of my cousins was like, wait, so like, do you drink Starbucks? And I was like, yeah.
You're like, yeah,
let me take you. Like, that's so cute.
Yeah.
And they have that stuff there. They're like slowly, you know, they got McDonald's, they got Subway.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not as embedded in the culture.
Right.
Yeah.
It's more like new.
It is more new.
But
so
it slaps. The McDonald's in India.
Right.
What? That is such a thing, a bitch.
I heard the fries are amazing.
Dude, all the fast foods in India are like a million times better than here. Because they got more vegetarian options.
Right?
They got the masala, like
I want to try
chicken
Taco
burger.
Bell.
Yeah, dude.
I really do Taco Bell in
I'm
India.
so shocked that you haven't been.
Take me.
Absolutely.
My family brings me to every single very South Indian idli, dosa, sambar restaurant. Like, we're not eating anything other than that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense. Yeah.
Oh
I feel like my small cousins, they're like, I want chicken burger. And I'm like, we'll get chicken burger. Let's go. That's so fucking funny. Oh my God.
I love auto rickshaws.
They're such
Dude, they're so fun.
They're so fun.
I love traffic in India. It's so much. Are you gonna live? Are you gonna die? Hey, pick and choose. You know? Yeah. I just love riding, and I'm like, am I gonna make it to tomorrow? Hopefully not. You know. So I just really love India.
It keeps you on edge.
It really does.
Right.
They're so fast. Speed limit, not a thing.
Not a thing.
Traffic light, not a thing.
Not a thing.
Humans crossing the path. It's like literally Maze Runner. You just like
100%.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. Literally. That's so fucking funny.
It's really fun.
My heart's like pounding, and my dad's like.
He's
I
like,
have a question though.
Yeah.
You know about like Starbucks and this and that. My friends have talked about this. I have a white ass name, so I can't relate. But they were like the feeling of just saying your name in fast food places in India. No, like your name like Shinidi or whatever, and them just getting it right.
Yeah,
and
they're
just
not looking at you weird.
Not like, yeah. They like get it right. They spell it right, and they're like Shinidi, and they're not like Sunaidai. You know what I'm saying? Like here, so I was like shit. If anything, they do that to me. They're like Asli. How you spell that? Asli. And I'm just like
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, because I'm so used to my name, full name, Srinidhi Venkata Subramanian. Cut that out. Oh, that's so fucking long. I know. It's like I'm saying a spell on somebody. And no.
She's like furniture start floating.
Yeah. And like here, I cut it the fuck down. I go by 3 letters, you know. India, I just blurt it out. Aww. And it's like, you're one of the people. Come here. Yeah. So it's just like, it is really nice being able to like step into that identity and step into that part of yourself, and people be like, yeah, this is normal.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not weird. Like I'm seeing, and sometimes me and my sister like, this is so trippy. Like this is how white people feel all the time. Like they just got their people all over.
Acting like this paneer is so good, but it's normal.
Right, exactly. And I'm like, wait, this is trippy. Yeah, dude.
It is an out-of-body experience where I'm like, I'm not one of you, but I am one of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Because there is, as we talked about, there is that little bit of...
There's a difference. Yeah.
One fucking mental thing is like, as I said, like I have younger cousins, so like when I come, their calendar, I don't understand their school calendar and their summer breaks. They've explained to me so many times, but I just don't understand it. Like when the moon is this, then we have a break for 2 days, and then this, that, and I'm like, for us, like 3-month break, that's it.
Yeah.
So obviously they're in school when I see them, and I'm seeing like the math level they're doing, and I'm like, dude, I learned this like 2 months ago, and you are like half my age.
I know what you're saying.
It's mental. Yeah. Like that, like they're fucking advanced. Like academics there, like that's another level.
They are so cracked up on school. And I'm over here being like, I never learned that actually.
Yeah.
I cheated on that. So
right.
It's like, it's really crazy to me how smart they are.
Yeah.
We don't compete. Like I don't.
We don't. We really don't.
Sorry. Like your Indian cousins are smarter than you.
1,000,000%.
Like I'm so sorry, but they are. They have been through hell in school.
Back.
Yeah. So
they like do school, and then they have like 4 or 5 hours tutoring after all this shit. And I'm like, I was in my show choir practice, like da 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 da. Like I wasn't doing any of that. So I'm like, shit. And like they have their uniforms. I remember. Over the weekend, I like painted one of my cousin's nails, and then when she went to school on Monday, like my mommy was like removing it off of her nails because I'm like everything. There's just so many set rules, and I'm like, holy.
It pissed me off. I was like, give them some freedom. Let them wear what they want to wear.
Yeah.
My mom's like, shut the fuck up. This is India.
Right.
Like, you know,
Absolutely.
and I was like, oh, okay, sorry. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
It's mental to see that.
Yeah. So we talked about like our favorite kind of food that we like to tap into, but girl, what about the effect of the food? The consequences of eating street food in the motherland.
It's scary.
It is so scary.
It's street food, like the pani puri, this, that, like the water they be using, all that shit. Like our little American stomachs cannot take that.
No, we have the immune system of a stupid little American.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's really, really bad.
Exactly. No fucking thousand. What's like your favorite food overall that you like to have in India that just doesn't hit the same here?
Shut the fuck up. Pav bhaji.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
So good. Or even the mango lassi or the dosa, man. It's just like crispy, like all the oil that's been floating in the air, just marinating into the dosa. Yeah. Oh, all the germs and pesticides make me feel so good.
It's great.
Yeah, and then I'm shitting it out like 3 hours later. Oh, it is a core experience to my childhood.
Honestly, it is. Yeah. But will we stop? No. Because we're like, this food is fucking amazing.
It is so good. India food, like I get it. Like we have Indian restaurants here,
right.
Like so many. But it does not compare.
No, dude.
Especially the check. The check never compares. I'm like looking at these $150 checks, and I'm like, I could have got this for $40 in India.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like rupees, like we love her. Like we love the conversion.
Oh my God, conversion.
We love it.
Oh,
it's actually insane. Like my family of 10 will go out, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the bill. That's fucking. But then everything, they're like, oh, this is 1 crore, this is ye crore, this is like this many rupees, and I'm like, what does that mean? Yeah, I literally, it's so hard. I'm always a fucking lost. I'm like, I don't know, but give me the chicken lollipops.
I'm like, Daddy, you pay. Yeah.
What are like the family dynamics that you have with your extended family, and just like how you're like treated there and stuff? Let's get into that.
Okay. The dad side of the family.
Oh,
bro. Fucked up. They are so angry, and they are so like ruthless.
Yeah.
They have so much love for them. They are very loving people, but it's the way it's translated is like very constructive, very critical, and it's like kind of crazy. And so my dad's, I know I have a brother, so I'm gonna be the dad side of the family.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
You're gonna rewrite the narrative.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm a bitch. Oh god. Yeah, so it's just like that's kind of the dynamic there and how they act and everything. And then my mom's side of the family is so sweet and so loving, and they're just like very, very like soft, and we say sadhu, which means soft.
Okay,
you know?
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So they're very, very soft like that. And it's a very stereotypical thing, and it's a very true thing in our family. What about you?
Million, trillion, bajillion %.
Yeah.
100%. Like, I think I posted a video of something last week. You know, like that old filter on TikTok? Everyone's been using it. Like, I saw your video. Yeah. So one is like a nicer older one, and one is like an uglier older one. I don't know how to.
Just one who looks more evil.
One more, like, exactly.
Yeah.
So in the nice, and I didn't say specific, just the first one, like the nicer older one. I was like, oh, like I look like an old lady who like cuts you fresh mangoes and supports your passions and this. And then like the ugly older filter, I was like, oh, I look like I like call you a fat disgrace, and then compare you to all my sons. All the comments were Nani versus Dadi, Nani versus Dadi, Nani versus Dadi. Just that like 300 times, literally. So I was like, oh yeah, like this is a very universal experience. I 100% get that. Like I barely talk to my cousins on my dad's side, which I feel like very like sad about. Because I'm like, damn, like we don't got that much of a family anyways, you know? Like families aren't even that big. Like my parents each have like 2 siblings. And yeah, dad's side, I don't really talk to my daddy that much. My dad who passed away. So like it's just like, I didn't really, I don't know, like anything happens, I'm just like, any time I hear news, I'm like, okay, but I feel very just kind of like neutral about it, just because that closeness was not there. Like when we go to India, we usually only visit like my mom's side.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I'm so close with my like mom's cousins and like this and that. So it is weird how that's just such a narrative. Like I wonder what that root thing is there.
Girl, you know what I think it is?
What?
Okay, because like back in the day when they got married, the girl would go live with the boy's family. Right? And so it's not like she has much authority.
Right.
So like this whole family, how it runs with the mother-in-law and with the husband is like very probably strict or very extreme, or they have the louder voice. And so it's always going to be a little bit more power. There's a power dynamic, right? And so now your mother is like kind of having to live by it.
Right.
And so there is, I feel like it bleeds into how they're treated and how our moms were treated, how our fathers were treated. And then it bleeds into the rest of the family. Because like,
so true.
There, unfortunately, there is a power dynamic traditionally in Indian marriages and Indian families. Pisses me the fuck off, honestly, because I'm like, I'm not about to live in my husband's bootleg house. Like the fuck, get me an apartment. But I think it kind of unfortunately affects generation after generation.
That's so fucking true, actually. I feel like that is definitely part of like the root cause of it all. So
it sucks because like I too with my like cousins on my dad's side don't talk to him. Right. And you know white people are like, oh yeah, I'm hanging out with my cousins this weekend, I'm getting fucked up with them, and I'm like, you talk to your cousins, bruh. I gotta WhatsApp call them if I want to talk to them. You know? Like,
upgrade from Skype, which how it used to be.
Literally.
Yeah,
so
100%.
It's just like, oh shit, I gotta write them a letter. The crow gotta send it.
Right.
Like, it's just not gonna. We just ain't close like that.
100%.
Yeah. And I think it also bleeds into like how we live here, because like we don't got that family. Yeah. You know, if the most connection I get is at Patel Brothers when our like hands are tracing the mango section, and it's like, wow, you know, reunited. This is my people.
This is my people. Yeah. At home.
But other than that,
that's so true.
Where the fuck am I supposed to find my people? Walmart? Like it's just like not gonna happen.
That's so fucking true. 100%. And like hearing the shit that like your like mom had to go through with like the dad side of the family, like it's like, damn, I'm like beefing with the 80-year-old now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
like
not beef with a grandma. I'm throwing hands with someone who can't lift her hands. Like, what the fuck?
What's happening? Literally.
Yeah.
It's actually wild. I think it's hard to navigate through because, as you said, like here, all we feel is like, oh, we're like the weird like brown people, right? Like that's like the narrative. But then when you're there, you feel accepted, but it's still not completely accepted. So it's like, where
Where do I belong?
Where do I fit? And I know this is such a thing that people do talk about, but like, I guess it's like creating that space where you belong, because clearly it doesn't exist. So we might as well take matters into our own hands and then create that.
Yeah. No, because I think that's so true. Because for the longest time, I think as humans, we're trying to seek a space where we feel safe and we feel accepted for every flavor of us. And I just unfortunately don't think that space already exists.
Yeah.
It is something that as humans we have to create.
Right.
And we create it with family, and we create it with friends, and friends that become family.
Right.
And so, especially for us, because like we're navigating both identities.
Yeah.
Like, girl, you are not just Indian.
Right.
You are American.
Right.
You grew up here.
True.
And you act like it because that's just who you are, you know? And when you go to school, you're not just another American kid in school. You're an Indian.
Yeah.
And I know for me especially, because my mom, very, very traditional Indian woman. I love her to death. And the way she kind of expresses that, and one of the ways is through food, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so like she makes me very desi food. You should come. The dosas she makes.
I would
so
love.
good, dude. Oh, she is stellar. You know, yeah, she's just the best. Always making Indian snacks, and that would be what was in my lunchbox.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So I would have very Indian foods, and I'd go to school, and people would be like, "Why is your rice yellow?"
Yeah.
Bitch, it's lemon rice. The fuck you think, you know?
Right, yeah.
But they'd say little insults like, "Oh, that looks like pee," or "Oh, that looks like, you know, not good. That smells bad." And it's like when you're trying to bring in your Indian culture and your Indian identity, your history into another space, and it's not accepted.
Yes.
As like a fourth grader, the fuck am I supposed to do?
Right.
Right?
100%.
Yeah. And it's like, yo, Jimmy, you're eating Lunchables. It looks like your mom's deflated nipple. Like the fuck? Like, please.
Literally.
I cannot.
That's so fucking true, dude.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what's the right balance?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to bring this little bit of India with me through food, whatever it is. Then I'm shat on for being not American enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I go back to the motherland and I'm not able to speak Hindi well, or I'm wearing a crop top or something, then it's like, oh, you're not Indian enough. And it's like, bitch, I can't make everyone happy, right?
No, maybe you cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is like one of the hardest struggles of being like, damn, no one accepts me. Fuck. Yeah. And it is a little bit of a heartbreaking moment where
100%.
you realize that space that you want for yourself, it has to be created by your own hands. Because that's the only way it's unique to you.
True.
Yeah.
And then like when we have kids, like future generations, all that stuff, like that space is like created.
Yeah.
But it's also mental to think of like future generations of like people of color here. Cause it's like, I go back to the motherland to see my family, but what if all the family is here and there's no reason for them to go? You know, like I've thought,
my family says the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's so trippy. And I'm like, I hope that you all still visit and like see something, even if there's not much family.
I'm just gonna like bring them to India and be like, this is a mango stall.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This
like,
is where they sell pani puri.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy. Because like you said, I unfortunately don't see myself moving to India. Nothing against India. I just grew up here and I want to stay here. This is where I'm comfortable and happy. But my future kids, if you think my mother tongue is bad, imagine theirs.
Right.
Oh, poor little souls.
We're putting them in like Hindi classes, Tamil classes, like whatever the hell. Like y'all gotta learn.
Yeah.
Because like that feeling of it disappearing is just only gonna increase as the generations progress.
I'm sure they look at us and they be like, "Oh, look at these little converted kids."
Yeah, right. Yeah, literally. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, and it's just like it's crazy to me because like as much as we think like we're handling the culture so well, look at us. Not to our parents.
Yeah, right. To them, it's like they're a hot mess. But like we don't know their struggle because we did not experience this.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, one story that kind of comes to mind. My mom was talking to me about marriage. And like she has so many of the Indian traditional marriage values and she brought that here and then she expects me to follow it.
Right.
And I was like, telling her like essentially like so many people my age, they're getting married, they're popping kids out, like it's just like happening.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know, you didn't turn out to be a hoe because of me. And I was like, Shawty, what? First of all, the fuck do you know? But she was telling me the reason kids are hoes are because mommy and daddy kiss. And when mommy and daddy kiss in front of kids, the kids become hoes.
Oh, wait, are you serious? That's so funny.
And I was like, Sheila, I think you want to something.
That logic is logic. But that's so funny.
And she was telling me, when you get married, you shouldn't be too cushy-mushy with your husband. And I'm like, Shawty, who am I supposed to be cushy-mushy with? The neighbor? Like, what am I supposed to do? And she's just like, no, you do that in private. And you don't do anything in front of us or I will leave the room. And I was like, Sheila is so Indian, Tamil.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to me. It's like probably not even going to kiss on our wedding day. Might just like hold hands for 2 seconds.
No, and Indian weddings, like the bride and groom, they don't kiss.
Yeah, they don't.
They literally do not kiss.
Maybe
they just do a hug.
Married.
Isn't that but then there's an Indian tradition where like the bed they sleep on that night, they put like the roses and the candles and they make it a whole thing. So I'm like, this is very 0 or 100.
What am I supposed to do in that?
Right.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Right.
What are we doing in the bed? No one taught me that.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's so fucking true, dude.
It is crazy
It's
because
wild.
also brown parents will be like, don't have sex. Don't talk to boys. Well, they won't even have to say don't have sex. No. Don't talk to boys. Don't smell boys. Don't be near boys. Never talk to a boy.
Yeah.
And then you turn like 27 and they're like,
not even, dude. Yeah.
23, they start knocking on your door. They'd be like, that womb talking?
Yeah.
Pull it out.
And it's like, whoa.
Yeah. So it's like a quick 180.
It is a quick 180.
Yeah.
100%.
And I think that totally comes from like Motherland to here.
Yes.
It's exact
That's how it
copy paste.
was.
They didn't unfortunately, it didn't get lost in baggage.
Right.
Like, that
That very much came with it. Yeah, dude.
Oh.
It's actually insane. It's actually fucking, and like okay, I have a question. Like, do you have like many, like, I know we call them like fob, which isn't like right, but just like friends from India who came here for like college or any like thing like that?
Not college, but in high school. I saw
Okay.
many.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay. Yeah. I feel like that's also a huge difference. Just becoming friends with them and kind of seeing that dynamic, because we are so like different. And I feel like a lot of us feel like, oh, we're not the same. Like they were born and raised in India, but like we a lot more similar.
See, I hate how mean they are to them. Like I get it. Some of the tactics are different. Some of the jokes are different. Right. But bro, you had the luxury of coming here at such a young age and getting accustomed and acclimated to this world earlier than they did. Right. And so you could kind of avoid the things that like would get made fun of or weren't as cool. And now you make
because you were in the same boat. You were literally in the same boat.
You were on the same boat. You took the same flight.
Exactly. Like literally, what is the difference? And like what I've seen talking to a lot of like my international friends and stuff like that, they're just like, it's the white people that'll be nice to us, but the ABCDs that'll give a shit. And I'm like, that's ironic. Yeah. That's really ironic.
Really fucked up. It's so annoying, dude, to me. I'm like, what? You think just because you don't have an Indian accent, you ain't Indian?
Right. Exactly. Like what? Like make it make sense. Like it just doesn't.
Sense. Yeah. And especially for me, I found that many of the people who came from India later on in their lives, some of the most smartest. Oh, yeah. Smartest people, some of the most kindest. They know so much. Yes. And I'm just like, wow, I love their energy. I really 100%. Do. Some of my best friends in high school were that. Oh, yeah. Like, it's such a sweet feeling.
It is. Yeah. It really is. So yeah, as we said, like kind of just like creating that space where we do feel accepted, and maybe it starts from within, right? Yeah. Like I feel like a lot of us as humans, we like that like external validation, that feeling of needing to be like belonged by a group of people. Yeah. But you can create that, and those people don't have to look like you, right? It can be whoever.
Yeah, finding a home both there and here. It truly is a gift, because we do have two places to sort of escape to and find connection with. Yeah. But like you said, it really that true space that feels like home in your heart is made with your own hands. And it is an experience of both joy and grief, making that coming into your adulthood.
100%. Yeah. Can we please do that for every episode?